Hi Leo, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. I'm very pleased to be here with you guys today. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for watching the video. And please like and subscribe if it connects with you. So we're asking Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, to pick first the past energy, near or far, and then we'll go with the present and near future energies. Seems like we have our past energy already. It's Snake, card number 7 with the Queen of Wands. So deception, jealousy, and so forth. So I'll read that in a moment. So present day energy. Third person, card number 18. Wow, that's 9, so it's an ending. Somebody was possibly seduced or became a third party, like the other woman, the Queen of Wands, right? The 7, it's a divine number, but it's something that has to do with spirituality, in the sense that it's you know, the past life, past relationship, past connection coming back for you to go through it again. But maybe roles are reversed. It might be. We'll see. And then near future, we got wine, developing over time. Number 4, a new foundation. Okay. So leaving it, it looks like you've been struggling with something. You're currently still dealing with it, but it's going to develop into something that, because of learned lessons and karma paid off, you're going to be transcending that then and becoming wiser and, you know, finessed kind of thing, like you are. Well, let's start with the past. So the past, we got the Queen of Wands with the Snake. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstabbing, toxic, silent treatment, seduction, sexuality, and counterproductive. Yeah, so Leo, there's somebody that either put you in a situation of the Queen of Wands being the other woman or other man. It could be either or, because Queen of Wands is just an energy. So it could be a man sitting in the Queen of Wands energy as a third party, the other man, or you have been behaving this way, like you've put somebody in a third party situation with you, making someone else the odd man out kind of thing, the other woman or other man. So, but my feeling is that you have been put in that situation. You know, we don't get put into a situation without our approval, even if it's at a higher level where we're not even conscious of it. Like I said, a past lifetime thing. It's coming back around, where it might be, the roles might be reversed, because you may be experiencing what you might have put someone through in a past lifetime, that they were possibly a third party, the other woman or other man. In the past lifetime, now you are. And so you had that karmic debt coming in to this lifetime, and you're paying it off. You've been challenged with that, feeling backstabbed. So you're getting the chance, your soul is getting the chance to realize what you've been up to as a person, what you've been being challenged with as a person, so that it can be all well rounded out, kind of like fair justice, right? You were put in this situation this time, but you had put someone else in a situation last time. And so through agreement at a higher level, where it's all about living every experience you could possibly live in a human form or in some kind of form, right? And one time you were in agreement that you would be the other woman or other man in a third party situation, or that someone else would be in your third party situation. Would be the other woman or other man to you. Yeah. So, irregardless, I would say that whether it's the past coming back through again, which I'm feeling it is that you are now in those shoes as the other person. Whereas you had someone else in the other. We're in agreement over it, whether we know it consciously or it's unconscious, because it comes from a higher level of an agreement between souls, right? Because we're in soul families. So soul families, we reincarnate with each other all the time. And so we're in agreement because we all want to have, every soul wants to have all these different physical or non-physical, depending on what planet you're on, right? Experiences. I mean, why else did we come here? Simply not to just have be challenged and struggle and be in pain. We came in here to actually know what it's like to be something that we truly cannot possibly be when we are one as still consciousness, as stillness. When we're behaving like human beings, we're anything but still, right? Because the human form in itself, just the universe itself, what it's made up of is a bunch of zinging particles. They're not still at all. The particles are not still. So we are being anything that which we cannot possibly be, because we're stillness at the highest level. And that's not really even correct to say. At the only level, we are stillness. We're just having this fantasy, this dream, whatever. So you are in agreement to be, though it's not something you feel like we're in agreement to be in this situation. You might be feeling as though your person put you in this situation. But again, it's not true. It really isn't true. But you're all agreeing to this at the higher level. So yeah. So that's the spiritual aspect to this situation here. So yes, so there's been a lot of jealousy or betrayal, backstabbing. It's been a toxic situation for you that you've been in. You've been treated possibly badly or disrespectfully. And it's been like you're realizing that you were, in the past, you might be realizing it now, but in the past you were really just being pursued for friends with benefits kind of situation. Friends with, not just friends, like not lovers to that person. To you it's lovers, but to them it'd be like, you're just an acquaintance, I'm going to have a good time with you. Yes, they might have vowed to you that they loved you, but it's all a facade on their part. By putting you in that terrible situation, somebody has been deceptive towards you, telling you things that were not their truth. So presently, third person, it's another person involved, someone else's influence. It's a love triangle, stranger, outside party, third wheel, rival, and too many people. Yeah. So that's coming to an end, all right? See, that's like a 4-leaf clover kind of thing, but I don't really look at those symbols. Don't pay attention to those ones. This is wands, but then there's no like queen or king or anything attached to these same symbol from one card to the next, so I don't pay attention to them. So, yeah, and now in the near future, you will be developing through this legacy of bringing in past lifetime karma into this lifetime to pay it off. You're experiencing the pain of it right now, which means you're paying off your karmic debt from the last lifetime, or possibly many lifetimes. But you are paying off your karmic debt, so you are aging in a very fruitful, let's just say, fruitful way, beneficial way. You've become wise, you've learned your lessons, you've been experiencing hardship, and it's transformed you. It's ripened you. And so it's a development, it's a journey over time, quite literally over time, in time, right? We live in time. So it's been, your journey is the developing of your personhood, having been in a situation you might have put someone else in other lifetimes. So you've been in it yourself, and you're realizing what's wrong about it, because you're saying that was wrong of them to put me in that situation. So now you know what's wrong with it, where you might have not realized it back in the previous lifetimes, what was truly wrong about putting someone in that situation. You know, back in the 1800s, it's possible that being in a third-party situation was just kind of, it was the norm, and to them it was nothing wrong with it. But it still hurt people nonetheless. Nonetheless, we all had an emotional response to it in some manner. Now, whether or not it would be validated would be the big question back in those times. Okay, so Archangel Michael, what do we have for the past energy with Lenormand? Thank you. Number 2, well, the clover. Let's talk about the clover here. Looks like a 4-leaf clover, right? And this clover here does not look like 4-leaf clover like it does in the other Lenormands, but it's lucky nonetheless. And it's 2. So maybe it's saying that the 6, because it's a 6 of diamonds, which is a 6 of pentacles, like maybe it's saying you're not necessarily feeling lucky because it's not a 4-leaf clover, which is the rare thing amongst clover fields, right? It's not something, I would say Archangel Michael is saying with this card that this isn't the first rodeo you've been in this situation, or that you have put someone in that situation in past lifetimes. Because we're just looking at 3-leaf clovers here. There's nothing rare here, you see? So it's kind of pedestrian in the sense that it's common. It's commonplace for you and your other soul family members that are taking part in this rouse, right? So it's not a rare thing, but it does involve two people, as it started out to be, and the 2 people would be your person and their person that then brought you in onto their into their story, which now it's as far as you knew, it was just between you and them. But it's not. There's 3. There's 3 of you. And with the 6 of Pentacles, it's like anything was but balanced. Really, it's not balanced here as we're looking at it at the physical level. It's not balanced here, but it's balancing out at the spiritual level, because you had done what you did in past lifetimes, and now you're, in all fairness, in all balance, you're in that situation. It's not saying nobody's wrong, no one's right, no one's to blame, okay? It's just what we do at the soul level in order to have all these physical experiences. Why else do we have all these different lifetimes? Why would we have so many lifetimes if it wasn't because we wanted to have all these different situations, with different roles that we play in each lifetime, and what comes of those roles, the experiences we have, good or bad, right? Okay, so third person is what you're dealing with right now. You maybe have been feeling like you've been breadcrumbed with this person, but it's balanced. It's balanced. It's fair because of past situations. With the 7 is what we're talking about. Now we've got 9, and this is a third person. Another person's involved, someone else's influence. It's a love triangle. It's outside party, third wheel, and too many people here, rival. So let's find out what the Lenormand has to say. Fish, okay, look, this got 7. So we got 3 is connection, it's communication. 4 is the stability, the building a foundation. Your near future is 4 here. So we're going from the connection of 3 people to a solid foundation. where it's going to break down and it's going to be exactly what it needs to be. With the fish card, it's about abundance, and it's the King of Pentacles here, or the King of Diamonds. So someone, your person is like either in the King of Pentacles energy, or you are. And the King of Pentacles energy is being very, very grounded. So for you to hear, just the fact that you're watching a tarot card reading for King of Pentacles, someone who's truly grounded and believes in the here and now, right? And not past lifetimes, not all this stuff. It could be surprising to you to just watch tarot card readings, but then to hear that they're, what I just explained about how our soul family, we make these choices from the soul level, and that you were in this situation, you're in this situation now, but then you put someone else in that situation before, and we're all in agreement about these situations. So it's not like we're putting anybody in anything. We're just agreeing to play these roles because we want to have the experience, the physical human experience. So spiritually, it's all about abundance, and with your abundance is protected. See, the fish are the abundance, and the umbrella is the protection by spirit. Your abundance is protected, so it's not like you're going to lose out on anything again, because you're going to be you're paying off this karmic debt now, you see. So your abundance to that which you are going to secure in the near future, because of your wisdom, because of the lessons learned, because you paid off your karmic debt, is assured to you. It always is. But you're going to start experiencing it now because you're able to pay your debt. You're able to pay your debt with the hardships you've been dealing with in with this situation, whether you're the King of Pentacles or they are. Okay, near future, we have the bouquet with the Queen of Swords. Number 9, ending. Yeah, the Queen of Swords bouquet. Bouquet is about recovery, wellness, good things, pleasant things. And it's the Queen of Swords, so it's with the 9, it's ending. It means that the Queen of Swords is speaking her truth. The Queen of Swords will be speaking their truth. So I believe that possibly the King of Pentacles in this energy here of the fish is the one that has been putting you into the third party situation that of course we all agree to, right? And but you're going to be speaking your truth, Leo, about this and getting the score settled, getting things straight, because you've learned a lot. You're a lot wiser as the Queen of Swords energy. A lot wiser. You are looking at things from the bouquet energy of being. It's realizing it's kind of like it's a good thing. I'm just going to get the deck or the card. The book is what I meant to say, and read it how I'm thinking of it. Let's see. Beauty and a happy face is what I bring. I am the gift that warms your heart. I am your recovery and your well-being. No matter what card is before me, I will always change it positively. It's a positive energy, and it's all about, being happy, feeling good, being received as something that warms your heart. Okay, so you are definitely going to be able to either hear someone else's truth with the Queen of Swords, or you are speaking your truth and you're able to put some balance into your life, where you're going to be, it's not going to work for you to stay in a third party situation. So it's possible that this Queen of Swords might be your person's first person, right? That's speaking to you. And maybe the two of you are having a copacetic conversation about what your person's been up to behind your backs. And the two of you are like, they might be in the energy of, he's done this before and you're not the first one. And him or her, right? Done this before. You're not the first one, and just know that I'm not, something like, I'm not angry at you for being the third person. I'm not angry at you, but I want you to know this, and I want you to know that. So they kind of bring you into their confidence, and you're feeling as though you're okay. You're okay because you know that you're not going to continue this situation, but you also know that that your person's person who you're communicating with here is not upset with you, and that you can let go, and there's no hard feelings. And if anyone's going to be hurt, it's going to be the King of Pentacles who's going to suffer. Okay, so let's find out more. That's a possibility. That doesn't mean that this is what's going on with you, Leo. It could be one or two of you dealing with that, or no one. Justice. Okay. Oh, holy smokes, I forgot to do the major arcana. Okay, let's find out. Archangel Michael, give us a major arcana that deals with this reading for Leo. Thank you. Temperance. Yeah, peace and healing, balance. He says here, they don't think. That's what's the matter with some of these others. They've no imagination. A tail isn't a tail to them. It's just a little bit extra at the back. So it's balance, moderation, and being sensible. Yeah, so you're going to bring things back into balance, because they may not have been, like in this lifetime, at this level, things were not in balance. But at the higher level, they are, because you weren't in that situation. You put someone in that situation before, and now you're in this situation. So, but at this level, it might not have felt like you were in balance, that you're feeling breadcrumbed. And you weren't that lucky, because you have luck, but you don't have that rare luck with the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of the Clover, four-leaf clover. So it's now you're feeling as though that you're finding balance, because you're seeing the situation for what it is and not for what you thought it was. You're seeing it for what it is and not for what you thought it was. So you have been receiving some enlightenment as a result, that you were willing to open your eyes to this, so that you could feel the pain. Feel the pain and the hardship of it, which means you're paying off your karmic debt. So it's not fun at all. It's terrible. It's heartbreaking, but know this, on the other side of it, once you put some distance between you and this pain and this situation, you have paid off your karmic debt, which means you're free to receive the Three of Cups. Talk about the third person situation. Three of Cups. It's a Three of Cups situation. There's three people in love. Yeah, that's going to be put back into balance, where it should only be two. Should only be two, but it wasn't. Wow, that's cool. So back into balance, moderation, and things being sensible. It doesn't make sense trying to go forward as a threesome, for longevity, right? Maybe if everybody just wants to have fun for a while, that's fine. But when it comes to being committed and have somebody, know you've got somebody in your life, and that you're not sharing them with someone else, then of course it's got to be a two. It's got to be two, not three. So we have the Justice and the Knight of Swords. So yeah, Justice is that things are not balanced. So what the Justice is saying, it's just that you're experiencing this because of what happened in a past lifetime, or however many lifetimes. But we'll just say a past lifetime. It's fairness. It's just now that you're experiencing it, Leo. That maybe not be something you want to hear, but it is trying to get you to remember that the hardship, the pain that you're suffering because of it right now, is you paying off your karmic debt. Once you're paid off your karmic debt, you'd be like this guy. He's on the go. I mean, but this is not what I'm talking about. It's just like you're going to be in like a Wheel of Fortune energy. the world energy, the Wheel of Fortune energy, and then, 10 of Pentacles kind of thing, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, whatever. That's your energy. That's your trajectory going forward after you pay off your karmic debt. So this is a karmic situation for you, something that you needed to experience in this lifetime to bring things into balance. Okay? Even though it doesn't feel like it's balance, this is actually a situation that is putting all of you into balance. Well, your person, your King of Pentacles person, is going to have to pay off his or her karmic debt in some other, either later point in time, in this lifetime or in another lifetime. Then we have the Lovers. Okay, yeah, decision. I've got 6 again here. But this is fast incoming truth, right? With the Knight of Swords, it's the fastest horse in the tarot. You are receiving information that's telling you that you aren't in a rare, a wonderfully rare situation, a lucky situation. You're in something that is pedestrian, which is common. It's not something that you would be able to go about telling all your friends and family that, imagine saying, when we usually start dating someone or that you get engaged or whatever, you always tell our friends, tell our family. We want to say it to the world kind of thing, right? Well, you're in a third party situation. Do you really want to do that, right? No, not for the most part anyways. But Lovers, that's your choice. Your choice is to stay in this third party situation or to move on, knowing that you are protected. Your abundance, and abundance is a loving relation. Part of your abundance, part of all of our abundance, is having a very devoted, committed, loving relationship. That's part of our true soulmate relationship, not a karmic soul. So that is assured to you. This goes with this, is that this is all about lovers as opposed to romantic love. For you is romantic, not for him or her, that King of Pentacles person wasn't. For their person it is, but not really from their point of view, from the King of Pentacles point of view. I say that because the King of Diamonds on this card here. From that King of Pentacles point of view, you were a lover as opposed to being a romantic partner. Okay? You were friends with benefit or whatever. From your point of view, they were your romantic lover. The High Priestess. So intuition says, what the divine is saying, you're going to be in balance now because you're going to start you have started to receive, because this is past energy, receive information that something's not right, something's not copacetic here. You're realizing this, and the divine has come in to teach you, because they want you to pay off your karmic debt so that the divine can start helping you move into a lifetime of happiness, stability, security, pleasure, commitment, abundance and prosperity, just wellness and joy. Wellness and joy. They want the divine, that's what the divine wants us. But us as souls, we're thinking, no, we got to have this experience, got to have that experience. But the divine, being, the highest, is looking at us going, what the heck? Why do you want to do that? Why? When you could be feeling this way in your human clothes. So the divine starts trying to whisper into your ear, try to guide you, try to bring you into the know about what you might be doing or thinking that is not helping you to expand and prosper and all that sort of stuff, or to warn you about someone else's ill intents. Okay? So that is like the divine is saying, the 7 here on this umbrella, you're protected. Your abundance is waiting for you. You just need to tap into tap into your inner power and see with that third eye that you have, see how life is going to be for you if but you stand up and do this right and get out of this situation. But to do it tactfully and with sensitivity, because even if they're not being tactful and sensitive towards you, you're going to be the better person of it, because you don't want to rack up any more karma, because then your movements forward are not going to be what we're going to see here. All right, just keep that in mind. Seven of Cups, yes, you've recognized that you definitely have been a player, like you've been played. You are like an option to this person, but through this, like you said, you're developing, you're aging, and I mean that in a good way. You're aging and you're becoming wise, because you are now learning what it's like to be in a third party, to be the other person, and that is going to elevate you into, like I would say, stardom, but in the spiritual sense. Wheel of Fortune, speak of that, right? I didn't say that with the bouquet. You got the Wheel of Fortune energy now. You're seeing how it's been not much of a party for you. In fact, it's been downright confusing for you, and it's just like you don't know what's real and what's not real with the Seven of Cups. Really, it's hard to know. That's why you're confused with what's real and what's not real, because were they really in love with you, or were they really not in love with you and just playing with you? Okay, but you're on the trajectory now, because you're paying off your karmic debt. You're going to be moving forward in this very positive way. Got the Four of Swords, so time for respite, so that you can rest your weary mind from all of this, because it's been plaguing on you, right? And the Five of Swords is like, look, see this. She's got the #1 award around her neck. Cup has been poured out over here, because that person, I think, has lost through the competition. So who's going to be the winner? Who is actually the winner here? Oh yes, it's you. You're the winner. This situation you may have felt as though it was the other, their other person, their woman, their wife, or whatever, sabotage your efforts to be with this person. But when you sit there and you think about it sensibly here, during your Four of Swords time, you're going to realize that they didn't sabotage anything. In fact, you didn't even necessarily know about them. But in a sense, it's sabotaged, not that they sabotaged us, but it's sabotaged because there's another person in your person's life that you might not have known about. So of course, if they're married and they don't have any plans of leaving their wife because they're not necessarily in love with you, I'd already say that, but they might be, but it'll be the question, are they ready to leave their partner, their spouse, to make you their partner? And I'm thinking that's not going to happen here. That's what the cards are saying. So you are feeling as though this person tried to sabotage you, your efforts to be in a loving relationship with this person. But when you think about it clearly, you realize, sensibly, they didn't try and sabotage. Remember, they tried to talk to you here. So you're going to say, I'm number one, I'm coming out on top, not them, because they obviously have a problem between them, right? If he or she is going off and striking up relationships with other people while they're in a commitment, 10 of Cups. So that's what I said too. You're going to go with the Wheel of Fortune into 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, whatever. So yeah, but this is that you're going to do what you need to do in order for you to come out on top, and that is to understand, to bring some sense into what has happened here with you, that it was something that you had to pay off from previous time, Wasn't nice, but it had to be done. And guess what? I paid off my karmic deck because of my pain. I paid off my karmic deck, and now I'm on the Wheel of Fortune going this way instead of this way, which is be the fate way of experiencing karma instead of dharma. Dharma is moving forward. Dharma is the good kind of stuff. So 10 of Cups coming. 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, looking at everything that's come as a reason. And I'm going to pull this out irregardless, but the 7 of Pentacles would be, see, they've got a problem between them, right? And so they can be looking at all the mistakes they've made with the 7 of Pentacles, but not you. You are looking at their situation possibly as it's too bad for them, especially for the Queen of Swords one, this one here, their person who tried to tell you that that's for one or two of you, okay? Try to clear it up with you, telling you what they've been up to and that you're not the only one. But you're going to be you're going to be moving into a happy family situation, happily ever after with someone. Okay? We just don't know where yet. This is the near future right here, and this is the future after the near future. But you're going to be looking back and, reminiscing about the past and seeing where you kind of, you kind of went astray as to believing in this person here. And that these are all like the milestones or the flags that you have been seeing now because of your time spent in the Four of Swords energy, going deep within yourself, seeking the guidance of the light because of the pain that you've been in, but knowing that now that you're on the wheel of karma, or on the wheel of dharma, the wheel of fortune, you're going to be multiplying your success, your abundance, right? That's been protected for you until you finally woke up and paid off the debt from past lifetimes. Okay, so that the lesson here is to understand that there's a purpose for this. Tap into know that you're protected, and tap into your inner guidance to be able to navigate through the maze of all of this stuff that's been going on, the confusion, and so that you can come out on top. You're number one here with that ward, number one on her, a ward around her neck. That's you. And just make sure you keep checking in, because that's the whole idea of tarot, is that you're not in this alone. And it's always a divine thing. Like if it's right down to where the souls are in their soul family at that higher level, like 5th dimension or 6th dimension, and they're all like communicating with each other, and however way souls communicate with each other, and they say, well, I was like this last time, so why don't I be in this position this time and you be in that position? All that, right down to that, to the highest level of stillness, where God doesn't even acknowledge that we're actually here doing this. The Holy Spirit does, but God doesn't. Now, whether you choose to believe that or not, that's up to you. But that's the way I have learned. The difference between what God truly is, which is really stillness, no vibration, stillness, to this experience of vibration, that which we can't be because we're still. So that's how I make sense of it, is that God is, the Holy Spirit is the voice of God. The Holy Spirit says, look, son, you think you're doing this. He's speaking into the dream, the fantasy that we're all having. You think you're doing this. That's the Holy Spirit saying it. So you've got to think yourself not doing this in order for you to find the peace and calm. As long as you think, the Holy Spirit's voice saying, as long as you think you're doing this, then you're doing it. But if you stop thinking that you're doing this, then you come out of it slowly, like this. Aging through the wisdom, the time spent in time will eventually bring us all around to our highest wisdom. So it looks all very, very good here for you, especially this Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be you're doing well. You're paying off your karmic debt. That's the big thing you got to remember through the pain. And I'm sorry you're experiencing it, but in a way, I'm happy for you too. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.